Oh, I'm facing this way.
Hey, you good to go? What's good with you, man?
Nothing, Terry. What's good with you?
I can't complain. So this is Bonfire Sessions. This is the Fire Pit. I got a real special guest today. You know me. I'm Terry Skywalker, one of the owners of Bonfire Worldwide. Right here is Goddess Kiko, man.
Hi, y'all. DJ Goddess Kiko on the check-in. What's going on?
One of the dopest DJs in the city of Atlanta, man. Let me adjust my shit. All right, so I'm gonna get right into it, man. How long you been DJing for?
Oh my gosh, we pushing almost a decade, close to a decade now.
Damn, I'm old, bro. Get the fuck out of
It's
here. A decade?
officially, yeah, officially. 2018 was the first time I put my hands and said I'm gonna be a DJ. But before that, it was like just brewing. So we touching almost 10 years now.
I feel good. I was there in the beginning.
Yeah,
Word. And then just to see your evolution
yeah.
and this, to have your name in so many people's mouths as a great DJ, that shit just makes me feel good, man.
I know, from working at the front door at Bonfire to now
That's nuts.
names in people's mouths is crazy.
What's your first gig that you had?
It had to be an Apache Cafe.
Oh, okay,
Apache
Asa.
Cafe. Yep. Shout out to Asa.
Asa gave a lot of people
Yeah, he
opportunities. You
did.
know what I mean? Like that's my like to me, Ace's a fucking dirtbag. I'm gonna just keep it real. But he's like a cool dirtbag. Like he lets you know. Like I remember one time, my mother came to Bonfire.
Yeah.
Asa was there, and my mother was like, "I like him." And I looked at him. I was like, "Look, Asa, somebody finally like you." And he said, and I said, "How do you feel about that?" He said, "Somebody's got to be me." Straight up, but
Yeah.
that's what's up because
Yeah.
Asa gave us an opportunity with Bonfire, so
Yeah.
I could never shit on Asa, man.
Yeah.
It was tumultuous at times, but he still took a chance and gave us an opportunity, you know.
Definitely took a chance on me, just, doing art in the wall and then just saying, hey, we have no DJ, we're playing off a phone. Let me learn. And he was like, go ahead. And then I was like working at Bonfire. I was like, let me just learn how to do audio engineering. He was like, go ahead, talk to so and so. And I was like, okay.
Get the fuck, hold on, you learned how to do audio engineering at Bonfire?
Yeah, that's how I learned how to do audio engineering, stage tech at Bonfire.
That's dope because I know your first audio engineering gig was my event,
Yeah.
the Free Smoke, which is
Yeah.
actually coming back up on 420.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Free Smoke 420 music. I mean 420 fest. You already know what 420 is. I don't gotta say it out loud. But yeah, she did engineering at that event and she did a really good job.
I was so proud of that because I stage checked the whole thing, patched up everybody. I was so proud of that day. That was so dope.
But you know what? I take a lot of pride into just seeing people start and being instrumental in the people start. Like me and Instrumentals was just talking about like Lola Sparks and
Yeah.
other people like that.
Yeah.
I literally started those people to
Yeah.
hosting and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And just to see her now with contracts with
Yeah.
Coca-Cola
Yeah.
and Sweet Lounge and shit like that make me feel really
Yeah.
good, man.
Yeah.
I think of y'all as like, I'm not that old, but I think of y'all as like my kids type shit. Like,
It's good to see people grow in stuff that they love to do.
yeah, it definitely is, man. So, what made you want to start this period audio engineering, DJing? What made you want to just get into that field?
I mean, I come from a musical background. My father owned recording labels and studios, and a lot of my family are artists in Jamaica. So one of my big goals is to own a recording studio in Jamaica and to own recording studios in like various areas in the world. And in order to do that, I wanted to be able to learn how to actually work the boards and actually work the things that I'm hiring people to do. So that was why I even started.
That's what's up, man. But I know that you're really diverse with like your playing style. Like
Yeah.
then that's crazy because you
Yep, yep,
said
yep,
different
yep.
places in the world, and now I can understand.
Yeah.
Like you have a vast knowledge of different kinds of music and different genres and stuff like that. That's why
Yeah.
like it's crazy. I just call you up like I want you to do reggae, but I also know you could do house, and I
Yeah.
also know you could do Afrobeat, and I like that's amazing right there, man. So your family, like,
Yeah.
do you have any people in your family that's like actually known?
Yeah, Richie Stevens, he's a really big Jamaican artist.
I know Richie Stevens,
Yeah,
man. I'm
that's
from Brooklyn.
yeah, that yeah, that's my cousin. A lot of the artists that we know and love have come to my father's club in New York. So
What's your father club in New York?
well, it's not there anymore.
Or what was it?
It was called Doobie's Palace.
Doobie's, where was
It
that?
was in Queens
Oh, shit.
on I think Merrick Boulevard or something like
Oh,
that.
that's my boy and them shit. I'm from
Yeah,
Brooklyn. I
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
shit about
yeah.
Queens, man.
It was in Queens, but a lot of reggae artists, literally the first place they went to was my
That's
dad's
crazy.
club.
So where were you born?
I was born in Scarborough, Canada. So that's what
See, what the fuck? Like,
contributes.
you just all over the world. You in Jamaica, Canada, Queens. Like,
Yes,
god
my mom's
damn.
Chinese and Jamaican. It goes crazy. It goes crazy. But
You know what's
that's
so
yeah.
crazy about the Chinese Jamaican shit? So
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram and this Chinese guy and this black guy is arguing, and the Chinese guy is arguing in patois. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's so many. The South is just sometimes they just get so ignorant sometimes, man, because they're like, oh, now they trying to steal Jamaican. And I'm like, bro, Chinese people been in Jamaica for
For a
centuries.
long time.
Yeah,
It's
like
a
it's
long
so many
time. It's
Chinese
a long
Jamaicans,
time.
there's white
It's
Jamaicans, there's
white Jamaicans,
yeah, like
Indian. It's a lot
one
of
thing
them.
I say about Jamaica when it come to race, they don't really like see that shit.
Yeah, out of many one people.
Yeah,
That's the motto.
I met this white lady from Jamaica, and she had the accent and all of that. And she was like, "I didn't know my husband was like black till I came to America."
Yeah, it's different because like when you're in monolithic like areas where people all look the same, you don't really experience racism per se. You really experience more so classism than
Mm-hmm.
anything. So it's like you don't like in Jamaica, like especially my sisters who grew up there, they were like, yeah, I really didn't really understand like racism per se until I came to the States. So I was like, okay, yeah, I can see why because everybody kind of looks the same. Nobody really looks different than another person.
So, as a female, how is it working in this industry? You know, in the perspective, I'm gonna ask you, like, because I remember one day I was at a conference at Spelman, and they had DJ Drama, a couple of other people up there, and this girl got up and she asked a question. She said, "How do I go to the studio without people trying to fuck me?" That's what she
That's
said.
valid.
She
That's
said,
valid.
she said, you know, and he gave her the worst answer I ever heard.
What
You know,
was
I
it?
knew DJ Drama for a long time. We went to college together, and I was pissed. I was so pissed off. I walked out. You feel what I'm saying? Because you know, I'm not misogynistic. Like I'm human, like everybody else. You get attracted to people, whatever, whatever. But it's still a level of respect you
Yeah.
must maintain. And he looked at her in this forum at Morehouse with Spelman women present and said, "Sometimes you got to use what you got to get what you want."
Oh no! And before I even go there, let me just give you your props. Like, and I always tell this to like anybody that talks to me about you, I will always say that you have never ever ever been that skeevy, creepy person that you run into a lot in this industry. I want to give you your props, your flowers. A lot of women don't experience that enough. And I wanted to say, really, right now, thank you for that.
Thank you. You know what though? I like having pretty homegirls. Like I like them to feel comfortable around me, and I
Yes.
like because there's nothing better than being in the club with six badass chicks,
Yeah.
and they all like really your friends. So you know you
Yeah, for
chilling
real.
and everything is good, and you know you have to maintain that level of comfortability to
Yeah.
be able to be in situations like that. Or you could be a powerful dirtbag, but it's gonna come out.
I feel like
Diddy.
oh snap. Yeah, it's gonna come out and it's always gonna come out. I promise you. We've seen it countless of times with everybody in this industry. Names can be dropped, but it'll always come out to light. And for the women out there that want to know how can you position yourself with opposite sex, no matter the platform, whether you're in business or whether you are in music or whatever, always come 10 toes. Like always let from the jump, let them know how it is and what you're here for. Never give them an iota of hope of anything. Because the moment that they're like, oh snap, she smiled a little bit too hard, she touched me a little bit too hard, they're gonna go
Yo,
into
niggas
their
really be
mind.
like that, bro.
I
Niggas be like,
promise you.
yo, you see how she was
I
kicking it with me,
promise
son?
you.
I'm telling
And that's
you.
why I will literally code switch with people. I'll be like, my girls be like, oh my God, hey girl. Or the guys will be like, yes, so what are we doing? Okay, yeah. All
Yeah, I
right,
swear I
cool.
see you
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
that shit. Yo, dead
I
ass. You get
swear
so
I get so
serious.
serious. It's because like I don't have the time for nobody to think anything at all. So
But
it
you
just
know
makes
you
sense.
know where you get that shit from? You mentioned this person over and over again. You have a dad.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously your dad was around.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like people don't understand in 2025 that how important it is to be around for your daughter.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean your son too, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's very important for a woman to be around for a man
Yeah.
because you have to learn how to navigate the opposite sex.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
learn how to carry yourself around the opposite sex.
That's so true. I learned a lot when I was working at Patchwork, and I was working at Studioplex as like Patchwork. I was an event manager. In Studioplex, I was the manager of the studio.
Oh, you get the big chains and the jiggling and they come in and you know what I mean? And you're cute
And they
and
come
you
and
got a
they
nice shape
ooh
and niggas like, yo, so I'm saying though, what you doing tonight? We going to the
no.
club. You trying to come through, you know what I mean? Like
You have to like come in with your 10 toes down and just let them know like it's not a game. I'm here and I want and respect me for my craft. I think what is it? I think Tim's actually goes to the studio. I could be wrong, but I think she goes to the studio with sweatpants because she just didn't want people looking at her shape while she's working. She wanted to come into work. If you have to go to those extremes, do that. But whatever you need to do to feel comfortable to get your creative process out, do that. But just you don't have to use what you got to get what you want.
like
Just
like I'm married.
use
You feel what I'm
this.
saying? I love the fuck out of my wife. I'm not gonna act like I'm just no angel. I look and you know what I mean shit too, but you know, on September 28th of this year I gave my
Yeah.
life back to God. You feel what I'm saying?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So my whole perspective on a lot of things has changed
Yep.
because I'm literally trying to live it. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to just say it out loud
Yeah.
and like I really pray a lot.
Yeah.
There's so many situations that I've been put in, like even with my partners, where niggas know how I get down, and that shit could have been like went
Left.
left like
Yeah.
really bad. Like you feel what I'm saying? But I'm really holding
Yeah.
like a lot of restraint
Yeah.
because I'm letting God handle it,
Yeah.
and but I'm also working at it because a lot of people just give it to God, but then don't do shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna just give it to God. Damn, I just lost my house.
Yeah. You can't
Yeah, like you
faith
actually.
without works.
Yeah, like when I pray for stuff like strength and guidance and
Yes.
patience.
Yes.
I don't pray for things. I don't pray,
Yes.
hey God, fix this for me.
Yeah.
No, give me the strength, the wisdom, the
Mm-hmm.
courage to fix it myself
I love
because you
that.
gave me everything that I need.
Yeah.
I just gotta be diligent and use it.
See, that's good. This is what we need to be talking about. Atlanta nightlife is getting crazy, but it's always going back to God, and we always got to
It's
give
always going
thanks.
back to God. See, you know what people don't understand? Like, I've been in church my whole life, like
Mm-hmm.
around it. My family owned the church. I lived on top of it. So I was like around church my whole life. I have my own relationship with God.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
as much as I love the Bible and I've read the Bible my whole life,
Yeah.
I'm not going to just sit there and just read the same book over and over again.
Yeah.
I should have enough knowledge. Now, if I need to reference something because I'm thinking something and I'm like, well, I think the Bible, then I go look
Look
for
for
it.
it.
You feel what I'm saying?
Agree.
But I've read the Bible. But my relationship with God is my relationship with God.
Amen.
God puts it inside of you. You know you have a conscience. You
Yeah.
know what's that, and that's not a conscience. That is literally God telling you, nah, son, don't do
Don't
that.
do that.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
That's so real.
yeah. So I move with what I already know,
Yeah.
and based off of that, I'm trying to live this certain lifestyle. Like,
Wow. Wow.
even the stuff that people do, I'm not the person that's gonna be the pastor in the church.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the pastor in the club.
Mm-hmm.
I've reached the people that the pastor's not
Can't
gonna
reach.
go reach. You
That's
know what I
true.
mean? I'll give you a prime example. I got a homegirl. She used to be at Bonfire all the time. When I say her body is stupid and
Yeah. Yeah.
she's very attractive and
Yeah.
all of that. So when she walks in the club, all the
Stops.
niggas, yeah, all the
Yeah.
niggas
Yeah.
looking. So instrumentals and her really close. So we in the club and instrumental hug her and everybody looking like, God damn, like da 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 da. Now she sees me.
Yeah.
She hype, she run over to
Yeah.
me and she hugs me. And I ask her, and I ask everybody this, and
Yeah.
I have a thing. I ask people a question and I wait for a response. I
Yeah.
don't just say, yo, what up, man? How you?
Yeah.
And then keep talking. I
Yeah.
wait for you because I want to genuinely know,
Genuinely know.
how are you? You feel what I'm saying? So I said, how are you? And she said, well, I've been better, and I grabbed her and we started dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm going to do you one better. And while we were dancing, I prayed for her in her ear, a
Amen.
full-fledged prayer.
These type of friends you need.
You feel what I'm saying? And you could tell like she was tearing up and she hugged me and she said, yo, I fucking love you.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But the way I'm going to reach the
Yeah.
people is different from the
The way the
conventional way.
pastor will.
Yeah, and they listen. I was in the club one night. It was a New Year's party, It was at on Pine Street. You remember Scene City used to be on Pine Street?
I think so.
150 Pine. They changed
Okay,
it to
yeah, I know
something else.
150
Now I think it's
Pine.
like
Yeah,
Saya or some shit
yeah, I
like
know
that.
150 Pine.
Yeah, so I'm in there, and that's when I had the photo booth. So I did a gig at Sweet Lounge, and that was my second gig.
Mm-hmm.
So while I'm in there, this big ass security guard, he had to be like 6'8", 3 something, and he comes walking up to me, and he's beelining to me, like walking fast as hell. And I'm like, oh, am I gonna have to defend myself? I'm like, what the fuck? So he finally gets to me, and he said, yo, you might not remember me, but a couple of years ago, we had a conversation in Sweet Lounge, and I just wanted to let you know what you told me changed my life,
Aw,
and I wanted to hug you.
that's
And then
precious.
he wasn't like gay or nothing, and I was just like, all right,
Yeah,
like that's what's up. And like I get that so much, and it
yeah,
feels so good.
yeah,
I'm in another club one night, and this big ass dude, he wasn't as big as dude, but he was more stocky.
yeah,
And he was like, yo, that's my OG right there. So I'm looking at him like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, who is this? I'm like, yo, what's up? Who you? He started kicking it. Come to find out, I knew him when he was a child.
Really?
I'm like probably like 6 years older than
Yeah.
him, and I knew him when he was a little boy back
In
in
Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's like, yo, son, I'm Maxwell's piano player now.
What?
We in town playing. I'm playing for Maxwell. He said, yo, I just wanted to let you know, and this touched my soul. And I'm
Oh,
gonna tell you just one more story about like this after this. He said, I just wanted to let you know we all looked up to you growing up. He said, because you never try to act tough,
yeah,
but you wasn't a sucker.
yeah.
When people tried to play you, you stepped to your business, but you treated us with respect, even as younger kids. You know what I mean? Because I used to always tell them, I was
Wow.
like, you know, these niggas grow up, right? And you're gonna be old, and they're not gonna be old. And they're gonna be mushing you in your head when you walk, like stuff like that. And that touched me. He was like, yo, whatever you need, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna give you and your wife tickets to the Maxwell concert. And I'm like, yo, that's what's up. And then,
There's certain people you meet like you, Terry. There's certain people in your life that you meet, that you come across that are just genuine and authentic. From the day you meet them to the point that when you meet somebody like you, Terry, it's like one of those things where you meet somebody like that and they come back to you and they're like, oh, whatever you need, because they remember how you made them feel.
last story, little guy named Troy. He was a when the Bloods came to New York, probably in 96, 97, probably 90, 95, probably, because they, by the time 97 came, niggas like, you ain't Blood yet? And I'm like, nigga, I just graduated from high school,
What
and
you
I was
talking
in
about?
college, so I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? It just so happened, everybody in high school turned Blood the year I graduated. Like the year I graduated, the whole high school was Blood the next year.
That's
So
different.
yeah, it was everybody. It was, you couldn't even go to Coney Island without getting your face cut and shit like that, because that was the initiation.
That's scary.
Yeah. So, you know, Troy was like a super Blood
Yeah.
when it first started. He was younger than
Not
me.
super.
Yeah, he was like, you know, when them niggas see
Yeah,
each
yeah,
other,
yeah,
they
yeah,
start
yeah,
dropping
yeah,
all their
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like this big bloody Troy, he done
yeah.
did this and did that and did this. It's another nigga tell you about his rep. So, you know what I mean? So we
Crazy.
talking. I always talk to him though.
Yeah,
That was my little dude. Like we
yeah,
used to be like, yo, Troy, man, you need to chill out. Yo,
yeah.
Troy, Troy, Troy. So out of the blue on Facebook, I see a guy named Troy send me a message. And I haven't seen Troy probably in like 20 years. So it was a guy named Troy sent me. So when I finally look, I'm like, oh shit, little
It's
Troy.
Troy.
I'm like, yo, because I heard about
Yeah,
him. I heard he
yeah,
was doing beats for Fabulous
yeah.
and shit
Oh
like that.
wow.
And I'm like, oh, it's little Troy. So literally on my door, little Troy said, yo, I just wanted to let you know I am where I am because of people like you. Because when I was wilding, you was the ones who took time to talk to
Yeah,
me and tell me I was worth more than the
yeah,
shit that I was doing.
yeah.
And that right there, like, yo, that shit, like every time it touched me like damn near the tears. Cause I'm like, yo, this life that I've been living ain't in vain.
It's not.
You know what I mean? Like straight up.
It's not.
But let's get back to you, man.
But before you do, I just want to go back to you again. Last thing I want to say about you is because, like, again, it's the way that you make people feel that will keep you in their minds forever, forever and ever. I remember when I was just starting to DJ, and I had told somebody I looked up to a female DJ, and I used to go to her events. I even did an event with her before I was DJing, and I remember I ran up to her back when we was at Sound Space. What's it called? Sound Space over on Edgewood. It's not there no more. Sound Table, and I ran up to
It's
her.
there. You might want to go over there
It's
and
Sound
holler.
Table.
Nah, it's a new a lady brought it. I think she like gay and she do like a bunch of shit over there, but she do gay shit and regular shit, but she's a DJ.
Okay, I need to
Yeah,
tap
you might
in.
want to go tap in.
But I ran up to her at the sound table and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm really taking it serious now. I'm about to start being DJ. And what she told me, and I'm not going to repeat what she told me because it's one of those things I've already gotten over it. And I made my peace with it. But when she told me that, it rocked me to my core. Like, I was like, I'll never make another DJ, male or female, feel the way that she made me feel at all. So a lot of the times when I do things with people or I do things with other DJs, it's all coming from a place of love because I never want anybody to feel like that again. That was crazy.
I just and not on a creepy way or not on a thirsty way. I like when people like me. You feel what I'm saying? Like genuinely, like I like that.
That's human.
And like my whole life I've been like that. That's why if you even look at how I post on Instagram, it's certain stuff I won't post. You know what I mean? I live by codes that I grew up with. Never see me post money. You
Yeah.
hardly everyone I just recently and I didn't even post it from a beef standpoint when I posted about what was going on with
Yeah.
my partners. I
Yeah.
posted it from I don't want to lose my market share. Let me let y'all know what's going on. So
Okay.
you feel what I'm saying? But it wasn't necessarily like F them and I
Yeah.
want to do this and do that because I don't believe in that. Because, especially when I was back on some hood shit. Just in case I do bust your head, I don't need evidence. Like straight up, just in case I do run up on you, and
Just in
I don't
case.
need, I don't need a, I don't need
Yeah,
a track
a track
record.
record.
Yeah, of hey, he had beef with them, he did this, like straight up.
Yeah,
But
no,
I
I
would
feel
never.
it.
I just move a certain way, man.
Yeah.
But I try my best to treat people how I want to be treated,
Yeah.
and that's very important
Yeah.
to me in this
Yeah.
world. Because I grew up, like I said, I grew up with my mother's a minister.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, my mother's a minister, and you know what I mean. I just want to be a representation of how my family raised me.
Oh, that's dope.
You know
That's
what I
dope.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
because I just did an interview today, and the interview that I did, it was basically they asked me, they was like, well, how do you deal with adversity or no they asked me about empathy.
Empathy.
They said where did your empathy come from if you do have any at all? And I said, well, my family is really
Yeah.
good people. They help people and
Yeah.
they care about the well-being of others, and those things you pick up innately just
Yeah.
from being around and
Yeah.
being raised by them and
That's so
stuff like
true.
that.
That's true.
So what's the goal for Goddess Kiko when it comes to this entertainment? Like from DJing to, I know right now you're getting into throwing events. You feel what I'm saying? We had a conversation about that on the
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah, thank you for that, by the way. We had our first sold out event last Sunday.
Ah!
So I'm super
Did you run
excited.
through Posh?
We did. So that's what I'm
And
thanking
Posh go
you. Posh
crazy,
go
don't they?
crazy. Shout out to Posh.
Shout out to Posh VIP,
Posh
man.
VIP did that thing. We sold out our event, Her Spin Worldwide. Shout out to Officially Tiffany. It's just another platform for lady DJs to creatively express themselves because a lot of the times we are
Oh,
booked
that's
and
awesome. I love that.
yeah, a lot of the times we're booked and we have to, male and female DJs, we have to stick to what the audience wants to hear.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times we don't get to play what and
But
who we are.
yeah.
So I wanted to do something for us, by us, with us. And Allen Avenue was able to sponsor it. I have a DJ right now. We're in the works of partnering together with some sponsors. So I'm really excited for you guys to see season 2 in March. And yeah, Her Spin was our very first successful one. But I've been doing
Just
shows
remember, I have
before.
a plethora of venues.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Yes.
I have a from 100 people to 7,000
Okay.
people.
Perfect.
That's one of the things I do on the side. I'm a booking agent for venues.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
we need to tap into our resources more, and that's a lot of things in 2025. I'm definitely doing
Oh, yeah, I
tapping into
turn
our
anything into a
resources.
business.
Yeah.
Like, I don't be playing.
The lady, she was like, how, I was like, she brought me the idea and I was like, how big do you want to go with this? Like, do you want to go big or do you want to go big? Because when I do something, I want to do something to its fullest capacity. Like if I'm gonna be a part of something, I want to be like, okay, if we're gonna do Her Spin, this is not the name of Her Spin. Let's name it Her Spin Worldwide. So we can do this in Europe, we can do this in Africa, we can do this in Asia, we can do this wherever. You got to think bigger picture. Because I was doing things when I was recording it, like catching different logos of different brands that we could possibly reach out to. And she was like, I didn't even think about that. And I was like, yeah, you got to really think about not just now, but you got to think about, okay, if I'm gonna do this, how big can it get? You know?
Yeah, man, I respect that and congratulations. And I hope that grows legs and
Yes.
becomes a whole different revenue stream from you, because
Yeah.
I have friends that's been DJing since we was in college. DJ Peanut.
Shout out
And
to Peanut.
yeah, and that's one of my best friends. Like,
I didn't know that. I know
yeah, me and
Peanut. Yeah.
Peanut went to Morehouse when I was in Clark, and when I used to, Peanut's a nice guy. He's a good guy, and I wasn't back then. We was really in the streets, and we used
Oh
to
wow.
terrorize Peanut, man.
Why?
Not necessarily terrorize. He was still my friend,
Yeah.
but he was like the nice friend. And he would
Okay.
come to the house with the drug
Yeah.
dealers and the
Yeah.
gangsters, and
Mhm.
just see shit he wasn't supposed to be around. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I know them Wednesday. Yeah, I know them Wednesday.
yeah. So, but Peanut is my guy, and we have this discussion. Peanut branches out. He does a
Yeah.
lot of different shit. He
Yeah.
has his own things going on, but I be trying to get him in the other. Something like, Peanut, you on the radio 7 days a fucking week. I'm like, yo, man, ain't it about time to open the label?
Yeah. Do something.
Yeah, so we can push it. Like,
Yeah.
and when I open Bonfire Media Group,
Yeah.
people don't even know DJ Peanut is part owner of that shit.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's part owner, and Lorraine Funderburg is part owner.
Ray Thunderbird.
Yeah,
Okay.
the attorney.
The attorney. Yeah.
Yeah, she's part. I went to college with her too. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
A
Like,
lot of things in the works you guys don't even know
yeah,
about.
but
Mhm.
anyway, I just want people to branch out and not get stuck
Yeah.
in a lane.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because there's so much opportunity out there, and even when I tell my artists, I'll be like, "Yo, music is a business."
Mhm.
And it's so many ways to monetize
Yeah.
off of this. Stop
Yeah.
just rapping and hoping that
Yeah.
you get on.
Yeah.
Like, monetize your shit. You could be throwing the events.
Monetize.
You could be
Mhm.
marketing for people. You could
Digital
be,
products.
yes, all types of shit. You could be
Yeah.
selling
Yeah.
merch. You could be
Yeah.
doing all
Yeah.
types of shit. Like,
Yeah.
and you know what I've been telling artists recently? Stop performing for nothing.
Mm.
Like,
Mm.
don't perform. Like, jump on stage when you got a project out.
Yeah. Thank you. That's what I'm working on now. I'm dropping an EP, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of traveling this year.
So
But
what are you doing? You doing
yeah.
the DJing, or
Yeah.
you do music?
Yeah, I produce music. I do a lot of remixes and edits on my SoundCloud. You could probably
Oh,
find
that's
some.
dope.
And I'm working on an EP right now with a UK producer. Shout out to my girl Ellie. We're gonna be doing something real big, and I'm really excited for this project because it's gonna be a way for me to express myself and to get on the road and have more things to promote, as well as her spin. But the end goal is always just to get an EGOT. That's the big goal, the dream. Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony, all through music.
Yeah, you got. It's not too
All
many people.
through music.
Not too many people who
Not
have
too
that.
many. And I think there's only 10, and I think maybe 11 as of recent. I know Whoopi Goldberg's on there to have an EGOT. So I'm definitely want to be on those very, very small group of African
I know
Americans to
so
do
many
that.
secrets because I got people on the Grammy board. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if we go downstairs, I'm gonna show you some Grammy medals from nominations and shit. Cause my sister-in-law sing country music,
Oh wow.
and she sold 30 million records.
Oh
Like,
wow.
yeah, she's nuts. You ever heard of Sugarland? The
Yeah, I
country,
know Sugarland.
Jennifer Nettles is my wife's sister.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? I could just show you some crazy shit when it comes to the Grammys. But I got homies that's like my homeboys that somehow they on the Grammy committee, and this nigga gets nominated every year for a Grammy for instrumentals.
Yeah.
Like, straight up, you could get nominated for just talking on the best vocal shit. Like,
didn't Obama get a Grammy or something?
Yes,
or Michelle Obama or somebody got a Grammy.
One of them got a Grammy for a vocal
book for reading.
Yeah, for reading the book.
There's so many ways you can do it. Right now I'm learning sync licensing so I can get my music onto music and TV, so that I can get to the Tonys and
do you know Rebecca? Do you know Diana Swinebeck?
Yes, I do. I mean, I don't know her personally. I follow her on Instagram.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I ain't seen her in a while, but she does sync licensing.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, she works for a company called, I think it's called Sync.
Okay.
Yeah, she works for a company, and Janet Jackson signed to that company. She's like the director of marketing over there.
That's what I need. Those are the things I need to do. Those are the things I need to know. So that's the road to, what's next for Goddess Kiko. Building studios all around the world. Emmy,
that's awesome, yo. I love motherfuckers with a dream, with a plan.
The dream is just amazing. I mean, I just want somebody to come to my studio and feel like they can create their masterpiece. And
you come from that world, so it can happen. Like, not only are you an engineer and a producer and a DJ, you were born and raised in that life because of your dad. You feel what I'm saying?
My dad, my mom, and shout out to Patchwork for showing me what it is to run a studio.
I
Like
remember when you was over
the
there.
customer service over there was immaculate. I just
Yeah,
taking
they
a
are
little
great.
bit of that and then taking a little bit of what I learned from Apple and then putting it all together and then building like the best customer service for a studio.
Yeah, when I first moved out here, I used to be in Doppler a lot.
I know Doppler.
Yeah, when I was I moved out when I was 19. I used to write for Akon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a producer. This is before he was doing music,
Doing
and he
music.
was producer for Divine Stevens was trying to
I
rap.
know.
And his brother Boo was trying to rap. A lot of niggas don't know Boo was Lil Zane hype man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because they Akon and Boo and Omar and I forgot the other brother name, but they're Little Zane's god brother. Their mothers grew up together in Jersey, or they was best friends in Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah,
I did
Akon.
not know that.
Yeah, Akon is from Africa, but by way
By
of
way.
Jersey. He came to Jersey and then moved to Atlanta.
I did
You
not
feel
know
what I'm
that.
saying? I talked to Ann about that a little bit on our interview, but yeah, like I used to write in Doppler, and just going to those major studios that change your life.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like you start seeing the professionalism
Yeah.
and how you're supposed to do certain
Yeah.
things and how you're supposed to carry yourself and how the organization and
Yes.
the etiquette of, like, okay, bro, you got an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah. That it's
Hour is up.
that's it. Like it's so crazy. And even just like the etiquette, like you said, like learning all of the things that what it goes to
Can't
dealing
smoke
with
in this
you.
room.
No.
Like,
No, you cannot.
because
Like
Janet Jackson's coming here after
yeah,
you, nigga.
yeah.
Like, yeah, you can't
So
smoke in
it's
here.
crazy. I'm just really excited about what the future holds. Like I know, I just when you just feel like you're made to do more.
I asked Ant this. What was have you had a wow moment yet as a DJ where you was DJing somewhere and you was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like you look up and you look around and you like, wow, I'm actually doing this.
It would have had to. It was two moments. One was a bonfire moment. One was a bonfire moment. Another moment was when I did the Buckhead Theater.
You know what's so crazy? I was in my head. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I know she gonna say Buckhead Theater.
Yes, the Buckhead Theater was crazy. That was wild. That was like my first.
That's Live Nation.
Yeah, that was Live Nation. Shout out to my girl. I'm not gonna say her name in case people want to bombard her, but shout out to my girl over at Live Nation. You know who you are. I love you to death.
It's not Maddie, is it?
It is.
Okay, that's my dog.
Well, your name's out there. Girl.
Yeah, you're out there, Madeline. I don't give a fuck. I'll tell you, your name.
God.
She ain't even with them no more though. She's at Center Stage now.
She's at Center Stage now.
Yeah. I just was on the phone with her last week.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she's always been one of those people that, again, just like you, always just saw that I could do the things that other people aren't really trying to necessarily do.
I love powerful people that are soft-hearted. Like it's hard to find that. Somebody like she's soft-hearted. Mm-hmm. She's a person that you can call for anything, like, and she will try if she really rocks with you. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to her for that. That's my see. A lot of people may not know. You got to give them their flowers now while they're alive. Like Madeline, I love the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Like for real, you are my real homegirl. Like I really
real
like.
Girl.
Yeah, like for real. Just in case you don't know, right. Like you are. Like for
we
real.
Love you, man. We love you for real.
Okay. And call them out. What was your worst experience? What was somewhere where you went and you were like, oh my God, get me up out of here?
Oh, one time I was hired to do a swingers party. That was
you ain't even gotta say nothing else. That was it. Say nothing else.
That was it. That and one time I was hired to do a poker game. Mm-hmm. But the way that they did it was so sketchy. Like it was like closed down. It was like security guard in the front. It was like you had to go down.
Oh, it was one of those poker games. Was it like celebrity poker game or was it street niggas?
It was street niggas. It was
with the real money.
It was a lot of money. Yeah. But it was just like one of those where I was like, well, this feels dangerous. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm from that in Atlanta. Like that was my world before. Actually, Bonfire saved my life.
Really?
Bonfire saved my life. I met a girl, a gypsy. She's a bartender she was a bartender at Best Inn. They just closed down. But Jocelyn is her name. She's a real good friend with Momo. Remember Momo, Marlisha? Momo, I knew Momo since she was 18 years old. I used to manage her little sisters. They was like a group, Leo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's Aquarius too.
I was cool with all of their friends. So I meet Jocelyn and we kicking it on some homie shit, and she like, yo, meet me at bonfire. So I'm like, all right, and she leaves, and I forget to ask her where this shit at. So I Google it, and it sends me all the way to the east side to some random place, and it wasn't it.
It wasn't at the
Somehow,
Westin?
yeah, somehow, no, it was, but I went to the wrong place. So somehow I found the real address, and I
Yeah.
get there, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, yo, and it was just the most back
Yeah.
then. Back then,
Yeah.
it was weird how bonfire was. When you first walk in,
Mhm.
you see all the old niggas, niggas
Mhm.
my age. That was at the front, and then as the closer you get to the
Yeah.
fire, the
Yeah.
younger it
Yeah.
got. Like
Yeah.
the niggas
Yeah.
was 18 years old by
It
the
was
fire.
bonfire was one of those places where you went to really, really just
Just kick it.
kick it.
Just fucking
Like
kick it.
kick it,
And I was
man.
like, yo, I'm coming to this shit
Every
every
Sunday.
Sunday. I'm coming to this shit. And I started coming to the bonfire so much that, at the time I was rapping,
Yeah.
I was actually the first artist to do a
Oh
takeover.
my gosh, you did have a Terry takeover for
Yeah,
bonfire.
it
Wow.
was when I was shice,
Yeah.
and it was my whole team. Like
Yeah.
I came with like 100 niggas, like on guard, like not even capping. That DNA, Absolute the General,
Yeah.
my boy CEO
Yeah.
Black, we came
Yeah.
deep as fuck, and
Yeah.
we did our thing. But I came every week,
Yeah.
every week, and it got me out of the mainstream club. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. If I was still in the mainstream clubs, I probably would be dead or in jail.
That's scary to
Yeah,
think about.
I would probably be dead or in jail
That's scary to think
because
about.
I was really in the mix. You feel what I'm saying? And I was really like doing what everybody else was doing. So Bonfire kind of saved me because I remember years later I was doing a photo booth and I went to a party at Sweet Lounge. It was Rug's party.
Yeah.
I went to a party at Sweet Lounge and we doing the photo booth, and I forgot the basketball player. Josh Smith
Mhm.
starts arguing with a nigga from Street Execs, and they are arguing up there, and it's the girls arguing. Their girls are arguing, and they jumped into the argument with their girls, and this big guy just leaves. And I'm looking over the balcony because we're on the roof. He's walking from 2 blocks with the biggest machine gun,
Oh
like
my
straight up,
gosh.
and he's just walking. It's broad daylight. And he's just and he finally gets to the Sweet Lounge and he started letting that shit
Are you
go.
serious?
I'm talking about he's
Wait a
shooting. Yeah,
minute.
he's letting that shit go. He's shooting at the roof. He's just shooting.
What year was this?
This was probably,
This had to been on the news.
I don't know if it was on the news. I didn't check for it, but I'll say I didn't own Bonfire yet, so it had to be like 2017 because I thought I was owning Bonfire in 2018. So 2000, it had to be like 2017, and I was like, yo, because you know what's so crazy?
Dang.
While the party was going on, I looked at my boy Gardy and I said, yo, if you ever sold pussy, bought pussy, sold drugs, bought drugs, robbed a nigga, got robbed, the niggas in here. I was like, in here are the worst niggas in Atlanta. And not worse, like they was all rich, you
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? But it's
yeah. But
the real gangsters, like
yeah.
not the street niggas. It's just
Yeah.
with the Pooh Shiesty mask. We talking about $200,000 chains on, but never had a job. Don't rap, don't sing, don't nothing. And I was looking around. I know all of them because I come from that shit. So I'm looking like, yo, I'm not even about this no
Yeah, no
more.
more.
Yeah, like straight up, Bonfire really saved my life. That's why I took that
Wow.
shit so serious.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't know. When the former person owned Bonfire before we took over, I actually looked at him and I said, bro, every Sunday you create a vortex of energy. And these people come here and they basically follow you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. I was like, what are you gonna show them?
Mm.
I was like, because right now they're doing drugs in your crib,
Mm-hmm.
they're doing drugs at Bonfire, they doing
Mm-hmm.
all of this shit,
Mm-hmm.
and they're ruining their lives.
Yeah.
What are you gonna show them? And he had nothing to tell me. Like he sit there and he's just a talking motherfucker. And that nigga just sit there like, and I was just like, that's
It's not for you.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Like you created something so powerful that
Yeah.
that you shouldn't be in charge of it no
Yeah.
more because too many lives is depending on this shit at this point.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like Steve Jobs, when they got rid of him for Apple. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you created it, but now you're creating a atmosphere that's detrimental to the other people that work and depend on this shit.
There was a pivot. There was a pivot, I will say, because I was super excited to partner with you on what we were doing on the side. But when I started seeing the pivot, I had to withdraw myself because I was like, okay, this is not what we know. So let me fall back a little bit.
Yeah, and then and that's when we finally took over Bonfire. A lot of people don't know. I actually went on an apology tour. You feel what I'm saying? I apologized to Jay Carter from One Music Fest because I heard he had cursed out Jay Carter. I made peace with Red Bull. I made peace with
Oh
MTV.
my gosh,
Yeah, he
yes.
cursed all of them motherfuckers out.
Yeah.
And then that same year that I did all of that, that's when we had the Real World
Yep.
at
I
Bonfire.
remember.
That's when we did the opening and closing for One Music Fest
Mm-hmm.
parties. I still got a relationship with Red Bull, like
Yeah.
Megan and all of them over there.
That's
They're my homegirls.
crazy. Yeah.
But yeah, like I had to do that because, and I erased the stigma. It was no
Yeah.
more. You couldn't sniff a line at the fire no more.
That
Like,
was crazy.
yeah, you couldn't do that no more. And just changed the stigma because, it's so crazy. I don't know if you know who Michael Pena is, but he's the best friend of Ant-Man.
Okay.
In the Scooby-Doo movie, he was the star. The
Okay.
little
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
little
Yeah. I know
Spanish,
who.
yeah.
Yeah. I know who.
Not the Scooby-Doo movie. It was Tom and Jerry, the
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry
Okay.
movie.
But yeah,
Yeah, he was a
with the
star.
haircut.
Yeah, Michael Pena. And we asked him, like, because he used to come to Bonfire. We asked him, we said, yo, why you don't come to Bonfire? Why you don't bring no more of your celebrity friends? And he said, because my friends don't want to come hang out here because this is where they come get their drugs.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah, you feel
Yeah,
what I'm
that's it.
saying?
It was a palpable pivot, like for sure. Like when people started doing all that extra stuff, I was like, I'm out. It's not for me no more. But I'm excited about it being in the underground. Like I'm so excited for Final
Man,
Fridays.
when we first brought it to Underground, we couldn't get it right initially because they had us upstairs. We was outside. Bonfire is in the cut event. You
Mm-hmm.
feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Bonfire is best in the dark
Mm-hmm.
type shit, and we got mad lights. The whole city. We had to get permits, so it's a million cops running
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
and people wasn't. So we finally moved downstairs, and the people were starting to come back. But then me and my partners fell out, and they kind of killed it. And not to tell too much of the business, but they basically harassed the motherfuckers at the underground so much that they got rid of me when I was over there by myself. They was like, well, we just don't want to deal with it no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because they was threatening them legally and shit like that. And I changed everything. I
Yeah.
changed the name, the logo, even the hours. The new hours is 8 to 1. You feel what I'm saying? Because we want to sell liquor, and we keep it real with you, and we want to be
Yeah.
compliant with the city. We was selling a lot of liquor after midnight and doing shit we wasn't supposed to do, and I just got tired of fighting the city on that
Yeah.
shit. So everything is different now. You feel what I'm saying? But it's the same. If it makes any
Yeah.
sense, it's going back to what it was before we took over culturally,
Yeah.
but still not having the bullshit
Yeah.
that come with
That
it.
come with it.
You feel what I'm saying? But culturally, we want to get that back right. You feel what I'm saying? So, but the underground itself, they doing so much amazing
Yeah.
things. Like, MJQ there now.
Yeah. MJQ is there. MJQ is
Tonight is the
there.
opening night.
Is it
Grand
really?
opening. Grand
Oh
opening night.
man, I missed the soft opening because I think it was snowing. They had a soft opening
It
one
was
night.
cold.
It was
It
cold.
was cold, but it wasn't snow. I went there. I did a video. That shit got like 60,000 views. That ass. But because the place is awesome.
Yeah, the place is cool.
The place is the new one. Like, they really built that shit out, and it is MJQ, but it isn't. Like, it has all the aesthetics of the dungeon
The
and all of
underground
that, but
cave.
it's clean and nice. And
Oh, nice. We like it
yeah,
clean with the bath. If you've been to MJQ, you know the bathrooms is not clean.
the shit looks like Mad Max in a Thunderdome when it comes to how it's
Okay,
built. Like,
I like
it's
that.
like the main dance floor is like a bowl surrounded by a cage.
I seen a little bit of the
Yeah, and the
videos.
people can be at the cage
Looking down.
dancing and looking down, and you can look up, and that
That's
shit,
crazy.
like, it's some other shit, man.
I'm excited.
And me and Ant was just talking about how, like, MJQ really birthed Bonfire, R Bar, department
Yeah,
store, like the whole Edgewood
yeah,
movement. It
yeah,
was like the black people from MJQ,
yeah.
on
And
Edgewood.
because I mean, with MJQ, I still to this day that was my sanctuary. MJQ, and then
Mm-hmm.
when bonfire started coming around, I was at department store, all those places. But
Because
MJQ was
they
my
was for us.
sanctuary.
They was for the
Yeah.
people who just wanted to be around cool people and not have to front. And I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
pop a bottle. I don't want to
I just want to dance.
stand on the couch. I just want to. Like at the time, I was drinking when I first came around. I've been 9 years since I drank, but when I first started going to bonfire, I just want to take some shots.
Mm-hmm.
It dance.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
That's it.
saying?
I just want to
Smoke a
dance.
blunt, chill the fuck out.
I just
You
want to
feel what I'm saying?
dance.
And 11 years later, I don't drink or smoke, and I still just want to
Yeah, I
dance.
just want to dance.
Like straight up. Now, the underground also has like 14 clubs now. Yeah.
I know Railroad isn't under there too.
Well, railroad is a art gallery, but
Okay,
they
okay.
have Insomnia. They have the Masquerade is down there, and the Masquerade has 4 venues now.
The
Yeah.
Masquerade. I haven't heard that name in
Yeah, the
forever.
Masquerade, they be having Masquerade just had what's his name? Travis Scott.
No
I
way.
swear to God, this nigga did 80,000 people and
Oh
then did
my
Masquerade,
gosh.
yo.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
he did Masquerade with a small bunch of people. And they had Shinsia.
Oh yeah, I see Shinsia, but I'm on that side of the gram.
Yeah, they had Shinsia. Yeah, they had Shinsia. Like they going crazy. And the Masquerade got 4 spots down there.
I remember the Masquerade. It wasn't.
Oh
It,
no, it was right
it
down the
was
street. It
yeah.
used to be right down the
Mm-hmm.
street. They
My first
have
concert.
remember Paris on Ponce? Right across from
Yeah,
MJQ,
yeah, a
that
little
little
bit.
burlesque spot,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's called something else, a Pagal now. It's called Pagal, same owner, but it's the same theme, burlesque, all of that shit. They have
Okay.
a bunch of shit down there. They got a EDM spot that the owner just showed me on some random shit that's like crazy. The
I gotta
underground is,
check it out.
they're an entertainment district now, and there's only 2
Okay.
in the country. They can serve until 4 in the morning liquor.
Who
The
else
whole
is?
underground. It's
Oh,
somewhere
another
in
one.
another state.
You ain't worry about that.
But yeah, they can serve till 4 in the morning and they can stay open till 6. Anywhere in the underground.
Dang, I wonder if that's where that person invited me, Insomnia, because if you said they open until 6, I think
Yes,
they had a party.
Insomnia is mostly a Latin club,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they do a bunch of other shit too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it is really dope. So speaking of the underground, we got a lot of shit coming up. So let's get into that. Um, we have first final Fridays coming up, which
Yes.
is in 2 days. All vibe, no trap. And I credit the theme to my homegirl. Aaliyah that do art. She works
Aaliyah
at,
the creative.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now Leah did she did an event called Anything But Trap.
Okay, yeah.
And I've been begging her to partner with me, and I didn't want to steal her name, so I had to come up with a whole nother name.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and this was probably like 3-4 years ago.
Because I probably seen anything but trap party somewhere.
Yeah, it was like 3-4 years
Yeah.
ago. You feel what I'm saying? And I've been begging her since, and I just got tired of begging after a while, and I was just like, fuck it,
I'm going to do
I'm
it.
gonna do my own version of the shit and change the name so I don't offend her.
Yeah.
But the theme is a common theme. I just don't want to play trap music. I'm
Yeah.
tired of niggas talking about spinning the block and killing, and
And
everybody want
doing
to
all
fight
that.
before the end of the
Yeah.
club. Like I just want to do, and I changed the how I'm doing it. I was like, DJs run out of shit after a while. You burn out doing a whole 5-hour
Yeah.
event by yourself. Like that's unheard of nowadays in DJing. It used to be like that back in the days, but now you might get 2 hours
Yeah.
max type
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? You can't burn out in an hour and 20 minutes.
That's true.
Yeah, hour and 20
It's
minutes.
a good little spot.
Yeah, sticking to a genre. You get time to
Mm-hmm.
prepare. You can't burn out. So
Yeah.
no. So all vibe, no trap is 4 DJs. You being the opening DJ.
So excited. So
Um,
excited.
you doing reggae. Then
Yep.
we got DJ Foxy. She's doing
That's my
Afrobeat.
girl.
Oh, you know Foxy?
I
That's
love
what's up. I never even
Foxy.
met her. You know how? I'm doing it with VIP Socio.
Yeah, VIP
Yeah,
Socio.
like that's one of my partners on the event. Like I'm
Okay.
still using Posh and them, and
Yeah,
I'm
I
an
saw it.
Eventbrite. But VIP Socio is my actual partner because Innocent is my guy, the guy who
Okay.
owns it. And because we was one of the first, Bonfire was one of the first people or first companies to be on VIP
I didn't
Socio.
know that.
Yeah, I got an award from him last year. So
I seen your award you posted.
yeah, so I
Mm-hmm.
do a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And he's trying to get a second round of funding. So he was like, yo, I've got to come up with this bread. And I was like, well, just throw parties with me. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, I'm gonna let you pick the Afrobeat DJ because you're African.
DJ Foxy, she came to her spin. We definitely gonna have to have her on the next season for sure. She's my girl.
That's dope as
Yeah.
fuck. So we got DJ Foxy doing the Afro beats. We got Chakra. He instrumentals introduced me to him. He's doing the house music.
Yeah.
And then we got instrumentals closing with R&B, in which he killed R&B and art, which is my first Fridays. He killed that shit last month.
Ant's a beast. Ant's a beast. I still need to get that thing from you, man. I don't know what you're doing, but you know what I need from you. So put it in the folder. Just Google Drive and drop it. Thank you.
Yeah, we got that coming up, and like I said, it's 4 DJs. Every event I do now has to have an art element.
Yes.
You know, yeah, I tell my story. My former assistant used to take me to art galleries, and every time we would go to an art gallery, it'd be just nothing but white artists getting the grants and the black girl stuck in the corner somewhere. She actually have like dope art. Like the white guy that got the grant got squiggly lines, and he got a grant. This girl is in the basement with a goddamn screwdriver and a lighter, painting portraits with just a screwdriver and a lighter, perfect portraits. And I'm like, why ain't she upstairs? Why? Like, and I got mad. I said, you know what? I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my time doing events to getting these artists seen and getting their art out there, and you know, at least helping them sell their shit. You feel what I'm saying? So every event I do, so we have about 10 artists that's gonna be showing their stuff. We got 4 food vendors, we got merch vendors, and we got other installations going on. We got an open mic in one of the rooms by 404 Day. They doing it.
Love 404 Day.
Yeah, we partnering with them on 404 Day because our first Friday in April is actually on 404 Day.
Hey, that's gonna be fun.
So we partnering with them, and you know what I mean, just different installations that you can go and have fun, and that's gonna be dope. Oh, and what I didn't tell you, I got 2 hosts, obviously,
Lola and TBO.
Lola and Tebow, but I also got dance hosts.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Talk to us about these dance hosts.
So the dance host, it's a girl. I met her. She was a model in one of my fashion shows.
Okay.
But as I go to her page, she loves dancing. She was in the Red Bull Dance Challenge and all of that shit. She really dances. And her name is Mecca. I think it's Mecca Richards, and she's really dope. So I asked her to get me a guy, and the guy called me. He's one of the stars of BMF. But they're going to be the dance host. So y'all will be DJing on the round stage.
Okay, got it.
So the crowd can surround y'all.
That's dope.
And they're going to be on the main stage with the LED screen playing, dancing.
That's cool.
And picking people or letting people come up there with them to dance from the crowd.
I like that.
You feel what I'm saying?
I love that.
Yeah, because I really want this to be a dance party. I want people to come to dance.
Bring back dance in Atlanta. I love that.
Yeah, so that's the theme behind that. And then I also have First Fridays, which is R&B and art. You feel what I'm saying? And that's geared towards art. It's 25 artists, and the same thing, installations, vendors, all of that stuff. And we have an ink battle. Actually, we got the ink battle going on Final Fridays too, because we trying to get sponsorship.
Please,
so
let me know.
You know Dosa Kim, little Asian guy. He draws the skinny pictures of people, but he also does video games and stuff. He was in Bonfires like before I even got there.
It's possible because you know I used to do art on the wall, and that's when we had all the artists come through. And
you probably know him. He's short, Asian, wear glasses. He's really into art, mad cool. But Dosa is he has a shit called High Contrast, and they organize ink battles during the DJ sets. So yeah, it's going to be guys drawing and battling, and Lola and Tebow on each side, like bigging them up, and also
let me use my services because it was wasted in art on the wall because we were trying to do the art battle, and I feel like there was only one other person on the team that was really like taking it serious, and other people weren't, and I was the only other person. So if you have a team and only 2 people are taking it serious out of the 6, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, and this guy, he has a collective, like he's coming with it. And he also has the props with the sponsors.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So he's like, he builds out the sponsor packages because I said he do digital shit, he build video games, all that.
So shout out to you.
Yeah, so he's been like doing renderings and the decks and all of that shit. So yeah, I mean, like, hopefully we get some bread coming in soon.
Amen.
I got another sponsor. They're gonna be with us for Final Fridays. It's a cannabis brand. out of New Orleans. They do Delta 9 drinks.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
let's shout them out. What's their name?
I'm trying to. It's can of something.
Can of drinks.
It's can of something. I'm looking up.
It'll be on the flyer.
Yeah, it's on the flyer.
On the captions. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's on the flyer. But they're really, really dope, and they they sponsoring us, and I did what I said. I did an email blast. I did the text blast. I did, just trying to help them get their shit out there. And then they're actually going to have an installation and not just be at the event. They're taking one of the rooms from the underground, and they're going to like build it out, and people come in there, and like it's an activation. See? So I want to build experiences and memories. That's what the events that I want to build. I don't want to just have people come in to hear music and dance. I want them to like experience something so that they can like come again and then go back home and with a trinket or something, something memorable. Yeah.
And so I like that what you said, because with her spin, with our platform, we give all of the female DJs flowers at the end, and then they can sign a vinyl with like a positive message. Something to give.
Some real girly shit. I love that. I love that, man. Well, that's what's up, man. So hopefully I get to see your studios all around the world. I have artists, and they're gonna be recording, and I have like mad different genres of artists I'm trying to start working with. My guy, I don't know if you ever heard of Panama Jane.
Yeah, I know Panama Jane.
Panama is doing house music now. You feel what I'm saying? EDM house.
Okay.
And her producer, LV, that used to be with her everywhere, the tall guy, his daughter is 12, and she's like on the track with Panama. She sings.
She came to her spin. She came to the one before our season finale. So she shout out to Panama Jane.
I'm gonna shoot you that track. They should have, he's one of the best producers in the world. Like, he can sit in the bathroom and go, and just splice that shit up and turn it into a beat.
That's how good I want to be.
That's he's fucking dope. So like people don't even know he's actually doing beats for that girl Lele now.
Oh, shout out to that girl Lele.
Because a lot of people don't know he used to do beats for her father.
Okay.
Her father was in a rap group called Aquilio that was signed to Tech 9. And
Tech 9.
Yeah, he was. Well, they wasn't signed to Tech 9. They went on tour with Tech 9. They was actually signed to Beyonce's father, Matthew Knowles. Yeah, they're in Swisher House. They from
Houston.
They from Houston.
Yeah.
But they like really dope artists. But AC High is her father. But I mean, so they asked him to do some beats, and I told him, I'm like, you need to do them beats. Like the Lele, she about to grow up and be the wave.
Go crazy. So.
She got her own Disney fucking show right now.
And everybody from Disney is following her career right now. The ones who watch her on Disney are now listening to her music. So.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? But shout out to all the female DJs. Last 2 questions I got to ask you. I asked instrumentals this shit. Besides yourself, who's your favorite DJ?
My favorite DJ will always be Vashti. She's been an inspiration from I started this thing from when I was doing interviews in sneakers to now I'm wearing heels, and she's proven to me that even in motherhood you can still DJ. She just had a baby recently, and she's doing events for parents now where you can bring your kids and you can DJ, and she's an inspiration. She's a designer, she's an artist like me. She's just dope.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Really amazing.
Mine will always be Mixmaster David.
Mixmaster, boop.
That's my motherfucking dude. I love
his cousin too. She's so sweet.
And then the last question is, who's your favorite host that when it comes to working with?
Oh my gosh, you can't put me on the spot like that.
I'll put you on the spot.
You can't
Who's
put me
your
on the
favorite
spot
host?
like
Nobody
that.
else get mad because somebody else could be your second, somebody could be your third.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? But who's a person when you see them hosting and you're DJing, you like, yes, I know that they're gonna make my set even doper than it was.
Oh my gosh. I love you ladies, but there is one person that I know whenever I'm DJing with them, they always gonna get me right, and that's a kid named Clay. And I love you ladies, Sativa Diva Freshie, I love you. You always got me for the ladies, but when it comes to just overall experience, him being from Atlanta.
I didn't even know Sativa Diva do.
Yeah, she hosts.
That's crazy.
Baby, she hosts. And Freshie the Official, she's an artist too, but she hosts as well. But for a host, kid named Clay, man, I love a host that interacts with the crowd. I love a host that doesn't just sit down. I love a host that if you're gonna give me a song request, it makes sense. It's not just like You just tell me what to play because that's my biggest pet peeve from a host. Like, oh, play this right now. Like, don't do that. If we have the synergy, don't
My
do that.
favorite host, I pay. Tebow Sosa and Lola Sparks.
Yeah, Tebow Sosa and Lola Sparks.
That's my two favorite hosts on my level. And then KK when it comes to the young kids, because she hosted Bonfire for maybe a year and a half. And when it comes to, but she's she was in college at the time when she started hosting, and she does she murders the college parties. When I say you might be in a party and that shit is empty as like not empty, but it's dead as fuck, and they just all looking around, and then KK pull up and you outside chilling, and you like, oh yeah, that shit dead in there, and then you walk in 15, 20 minutes later, and when I say that shit is going up, she's up. Standing on something, anything, and they're around her, and KK go crazy. But Lola and Tebow, alone they are great. I go to their parties only. Like I look and see where they're gonna be at, because I know they're gonna get the party lit. But together,
it's crazy seeing them together.
Yeah, their chemistry together. They cost me some money, and I wish I could just use one host because I don't want to spend that extra money. But man, when you get to, you don't never really get tired of either one of their energies. But when they both together, it's like amazing, and like they know when to let the other one talk. They know what to say, when to say it. Both of them, man, like
they're dope. They're dope. I love seeing them at Bonfire. Anytime I see them at Bonfire, I know I'm gonna have a good time. Every time I see him, it's always hugs and welcomes and love.
And so just dope. Like you said with the DJ, the Vasti, with her being like a mother, like a lot of people don't even know Lola's mom. Like Lola,
I didn't even know that.
Lola's daughter is graduating from high school this year.
Okay, Lola, yes. I know that, girl. You look good.
But check this out. Graduated from high school and already do nails professionally.
Oh wow, go ahead.
She makes more money than us.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Lola.
She's making $500-600 a day.
Yes, baby.
Like straight up.
I love
that. And was what you call that, homecoming queen her sophomore year. I ain't never heard of that shit.
Yeah,
like Lit was on the dance team, all of that shit. Like Lola is a great mom.
We love that.
And she carries herself like a lady.
Yeah.
She dressed the part every time. She's never out of character, never disrespectful. Works a regular day job with a high ass salary, damn near $100,000.
Yeah.
And she fucking still goes out at night and lives her dream of being Lola Sparks in the nighttime. Her name ain't even Lola. I ain't gonna put her out there like that, but yeah, like she's somebody totally different in the daytime. Totally different at night.
We love that. We love that, Lola. Like we love to see that, just women still doing their thing, because it doesn't end once you become a mom. I'm not a mom yet, but it's something I think about often.
Yeah. And Tebow just the coolest motherfucker in the world. That nigga just come in cool, get the mic, and he cool as fuck. And he's just cool. And a lot of people don't even know. And I'm put you out there. Tebow uncle is motherfucking Ills from BMF that just came home. That's his brother. That's his father's brother.
Oh wow.
That nigga was second in command in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
So you feel what I'm saying? So Tebow, like, but Tebow is like a nicest guy ever. You would never know that he comes from BMF royalty type shit, like straight up. But that's the end of the interview, man. I don't want to keep talking you to death. I know you got shit to do because you got to go build a studio somewhere in Paris.
Build a studio in Paris. Build an art gallery in London. What are we doing? You know
what I'm saying? Yeah, you got a lot of shit to do. I thank you for your time. Yeah. I'm very happy and proud of the things that you are doing.
Thank you.
And I'm more proud of your ambition, because a lot of people get in their bag and just stop right there.
Yeah.
And for you to have that much ambition, they say if you dream big, reaching the little goals ain't shit. So if I want to save the world, becoming a billionaire ain't shit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like straight up. So keep dreaming big, keep being who you are, keep making them motherfuckers respect you when you walk in the room, 10 toes down, getting serious, coming in with your manager.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I knew that nigga since I was probably about 23 years old when he was doing security on Peter Street.
Crazy.
You feel what I'm saying? But and then Gally, that motherfucker saved my life. That's like him, like back in college. If it wasn't for Gally, I would not be here.
Shout outs.
And that's just straight up. That's one of my, like, I gave him, Big Meech, Gally former partner, Juice, and Green Eyes that used to own a barbershop on Clark campus. I gave them a shout out maybe 2 years ago. Like, these are the 5 people that I owe everything to when
Wow.
it comes to Atlanta. Like, that's my real homeboy.
Wow.
As much as he's a fucking dirtbag, everybody know Galley's the dirtbag of all dirtbags, but he's a great person. He's a great person, and that nigga fucking lead with his heart, yo. And that's straight up. Because there's a lot of times he fuck with me when he shouldn't. When I done fuck shit up, and he like, Shiesty, you know, you get on my fucking nerves, Shiesty. But I'm gonna fuck with you, yo, because you a real nigga.
That's how you be talking to.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Man.
So, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's helped you along the way.
Please.
Shout out to everybody that give you jobs. Shout out to you. Shout out to your father. Anybody that led you on the path that you on right now. And the same thing. Shout out to anybody that helped me along the way. And with that being said, that is the end of Bonfire Sessions, the Fire Pit. Where can they find you at?
At Goddess Kiko on everything.
Spell it, because a lot of niggas don't know how to spell Goddess.
True. At GODDESSKIKO.
There you go. At Goddess Kiko, man. Follow her on Instagram, and you know where the lit party's at, man. And trust me, if she DJing, you gonna have a good motherfucking time.
Rah, rah, rah. Ha. Yeah.